Hello.
Welcome to Minds Under Siege, an exciting new lecture series by Dr. Randy Jackson, Psych-Magus. Dr. Jackson's title finds its roots in the John Fowles masterpiece of modern literature, The Magus. Much of the action in The Magus occurs entirely within the incredibly intricate corridors of the protagonist's psyche, as he is lured into a psychological game leading to a series of nightmarish experiences, where reality and imagination meld into a mosaic of eroticism, violence, and death. The message of The Magus remains relevant today, and Dr. Jackson asked himself how we might be of assistance in this kind of desperate battle to maintain authenticity and sanity. In response, Dr. Jackson created Safe Door, a novel, groundbreaking, award-winning intervention technique, forged from revered Jungian archetypes, bringing to bear a potent remedy. A siege occurs when an attacker encounters a city or fortress that cannot be easily taken by quick assault, and the attacked refuses to surrender. A mind under siege becomes paralyzed, but can be safely and effectively breached by trained professionals using Safe Door interventions. Safe Door techniques enjoin the conscious and unconscious mind in a highly personalized journey, involving frequent encounters with mysticism and the sacred, unveiling authenticated pathways radiating outwards from the confines of the mind under siege. In this lecture, Dr. Jackson first outlines Safe Door theory, and follows with a demonstration of a Safe Door session in action. Technical complexities and deep inner therapeutic meanings are integrated within the situational session setups. Each element is carefully orchestrated. All interactions depicted between the fictional characters will be explored in future lectures. However, novices should first consider and discuss the foundational Psych-Magus strategies exhibited, such as compassion, empathy, vulnerability, diversity, faith, praise, shared interest, conviction, boundaries, acceptance, and release. These critical elements serve to scaffold bonds of trust and self-awareness, consequently opening wide a safe door into the far reaches of the no longer sieged mind. Here is a high-level flowchart introduction to Safe Door theory. In-depth coverage of the Safe Door process as outlined will follow in subsequent lectures. For now, focus on the movement of secrets and the Safe Door payload through the mind and mental processes of the sieged client. Secrets are externally introduced ideas and concepts that have been internalized by the client. The sieged client fiercely guards these secrets. The Safe Door payload is the therapy strategy introduced by the Psych-Magus expert. This strategy has been carefully architected to prune secrets free from the strangling vines of siege. Once pruned, secrets can then be extracted for evaluation by the Psych-Magus expert, who will determine the next therapeutic steps. It must be noted that the pruning phase is critical. Failure to execute pruning with precision surgical skill carries potential to induce schizophrenia within the client. Furthermore, clients who become schizophrenic have a propensity to devolve further into the septic, amoral abyss of the gray zone, where they become completely unreachable. In other words, zombies. One final word of caution. If you ever encounter anyone proclaiming that we all live in the gray zone, it is highly advisable that you immediately run like hell, as if your life depended on it. We now turn our attention to a fictional reenactment of an actual Psych-Magus session. We invite you to see for yourself how critical, Safe Door elements are employed to scaffold bonds of trust and self-awareness, consequently opening up a safe door into the sieged mind, now hopefully on the road to recovery.
Dr. Jackson, your next patient is waiting in the lobby. It's your niece, Kendra Washingtonian Badass. Shall I show her in?
Just leave me alone. I just don't want to lose my temper. What will I say? But the nightmares, they keep coming back. I couldn't help but feel glad. Maybe I should feel guilty.
Dr. Jackson, are you okay?
Let's not waste our time on niceties. Why have you come here? What do you want?
Please, Dr. Jackson. I'm doing my best and only trying to pay off my charge cards by continuing to work for you.
Who charged you? What is the charge?
I think I'll go get Kendra now, if that's all right with you.
What you're asking? There's something I'd like to speak with you about. It's about a decision I made. It's about a decision that I made in the gray zone. where good and bad are blended. But please, listen.
I'll have to circle back to you on that. Look, I'll be back with badass in a few minutes, okay? Goodbye.
Where we go one, we go all. Freedom, baby. Yep. United we stand, divided we fall.
You must be Washingtonian badass. I'll take you to your appointment with your uncle now.
Okay.
Dr. Jackson, here is your next patient, Kendra, Washingtonian badass. I'll leave you and your niece to get busy on working things out.
What do you want? Please, we could sit here.
It's time to wake up. It's Trump out. I was gonna look for it, but now I know. Never mind. On the door. Yep. I'm getting boring.
I have been criticized for keeping silence.
As you know, I've had my own kind of intel to help me get through this. Yeah, I have a story, and it's time for me to get loud. I don't know.
Your vision has touched me deeply.
Anyway, so what's blown me into the Washingtonian badass? As being a patriot, I had no idea that our country was at war. I had no idea.
You must know that many of us were ardent patriots. Your name was well known to us, and we looked to you for psychological insight.
And so then, yeah, I had my own great awakening, and then you and I got back in touch. And there's no time better than now, so here I am.
So I decided to start a lecture series in the dark, pressed close together, to hear a lecture about Aristotle. Thank you, God!
You've seen it all. I'm glad I woke up this morning and I'm going to share stuff with you and just have this opportunity to even just talk with you because it's therapeutic.
What you're asking is not easy to give, but I can tell you a few things, and I am willing to listen to you. But do you remember my question?
Yes, absolutely. Tell me when, let's go.
We all live in the gray zone.
Excuse me, Dr. Jackson. I need to talk to you about that unfortunate travel reservation mix-up for your Zurich conference keynote next week.
What was done cannot be made right. It is reserved for God.
I'm out of here.